You are watching the LG View Review brought to you by PhoneArena.com. While the View does look very nice, it's made up of a rather cheap feeling plastic. To make matters worse, the back is very susceptible to scratches. Luckily though, we did find that the screen did escape these except for two rather large, deep scratches. As you can see, they are both right there. They're much deeper, and they're not very visible when using the phone, but they are there. The little ones, however, we're not seeing. As the View comes with mobile TV, it also comes equipped with antenna. It can extend and retract quite easily, and one of our biggest concerns was the fact that it might break off fairly easily thanks to it being so skinny at the bottom. There's a lot of play in it, but we had absolutely no issues with this in our tests. Another bad design that we had annoyance was the location of the SD memory slot. As you can see, it's underneath the battery, so to exchange it you pretty much have to turn off the phone every single time. Normally this isn't an issue, but if you have a few cards or you actually use it a lot, it can be quite a hassle. Luckily though, it's just a click to push it out, put it in, so it comes out and goes in easily. But not all is bad with the View. Thanks to its plastic casing, it is a very light handset to the feel. It also fits very neatly into the palm, and it's got buttons for the main controls. Of course, you have your volume rocker, your unlock and lock, your camera button, you have your hang up, call, clear, and back. They're very small, but they're also very easy to press, so no worries there. LG uses their OS in pretty much all of their touch handsets. Sure, it may be a little bit different for each model, but it's basically the same thing. So use one, you'll be familiar with the other ones. Well, this is no exception with the View, of course. And the home screen has the basic information. It can come with a calendar, as you can see, the shortcut menu, or you could have a digital clock on the main display. With the shortcut menu, the only real customization you can have is just move around the order of the icons. As you can see, that's about it. There's no way to select exactly what you want in there, and you're stuck with the basic selection. One of the biggest deal breakers with touchscreen phones is actually the sensitivity. If it's too off, the phone's next to unusable, of course. So with the View, it's actually a little bit of both. If you just plan to point and click, it's very accurate. You know, types well, it's very quick in reading. So that's not the problem. The problem actually comes when you're going through a list, or actually any type of scrolling. See, most scrolls you have your sidebar, which is very accurate. It reads you well. But if you're trying to scroll through the list itself by pointing and clicking, it goes right through a list. Very hard to make an accurate selection. Go slowly, it'll work sometimes. As you can see, it'll just keep going down the list. Other times go slowly and it'll actually read it as you're trying to select something, open up a menu. Very frustrating. This problem is found not only through lists, it's also found in the web browser or anything else which requires a lot of scrolling. The keyboard is the other place where it comes to a problem. Normal use, it's fine, but when we're typing, very quickly it'll read it, and sometimes it'll be stuck on one button. So instead of having, say, ASD press, you might have ADD or something else. So, but in real world experience, this did not come up with us. This is just to know that if you're a fast typer and get very comfortable to that point, it is a possibility. The contact list is very simple and straightforward. On the right side, of course, you have all of your contacts listed, and on the left you could basically navigate through the shortcuts. So to do a search, just click on the search icon located in the bottom left hand corner, type in exactly the name that you want. One of the things that we didn't like is if you have any pictures attached to your contacts, it will not show up in the main display. In order to view that, you do have to open up the contact, and it'll be seen right there. As for adding a new contact, The only problem is there weren't that many fields to enter. You're limited to 2 numbers, email address, group, of course a name, and simple ones like that. So for a phone in its class, it really does not give you a lot of choices. The View also comes equipped with a full HTML browser. We had no problems opening up pages such as YouTube, MySpace, or even our own site, well, naturally. It does not come equipped with a Flash player though, so any sites that use that, you're kind of out of luck here. Again, it goes back to the whole sensitivity thing. It's more annoying on websites than anything. Yes, it's working here, but it's kind of a hit or a miss. Sometimes it would open up a link if we scrolled over it. Other times it would work perfectly fine. Your best bet is just to stay with the scrollers on the side. You do have the option to zoom in, zoom out, but it still felt to us that the websites were displayed very, very small. It just feels cramped overall. You can switch it to landscape view, and it does help, but then you have a lot of scrolling up and down. Not as annoying though. Some of the basic options. The thumbnail view basically displays the entire site on the right side. Just click on it exactly where you want to see. It'll take you there, and it even shows you what part of the page you're viewing. Very nice feature. One of the nicer aspects of View is the fact that it comes with mobile TV. Controls are very easy. Click on the menu, you have your exit, change the channels, and you actually have your preview for what else is playing. You could switch their channels either through the button, click on it, see the description, you could see what's coming up, and just manage your subscriptions. Of course, the exact channels that you have are going to depend on which package you order. Quality was very good for such a small phone. Sound quality was as well.
Alexa has lots of dreams for the future, but she almost...
So if there's it'll actually tell you when you can and cannot use a TV with a little icon on the home screen. If you happen to lose it, yes, the quality does go down a little bit, but it's nothing worse than YouTube. Despite all the annoyances and all the bad things, the View does offer AT&T one very important thing. There's finally an alternative to the iPhone within its own lineup. So no more going from company to company trying to find out if there's a better phone that you like and the service matches. With that said though, the sensitivity is the biggest deal breaker. There are alternatives to scrolling, but they're just not as good, and the phone overall just doesn't work as well as other models, especially for its price. So if this still does not bother you, definitely check it out. It still offers good performance, great sound quality, and long battery life. To check out the rest of the review, please visit our website at phonearena.com.